proceed? Let me tell you a story now. I remember one great person. As I've been telling about Adi Shankara, I should tell about this person also. Let me tell his name after some time. In the town of Kashi, this particular person, he was a young, educated person who had come out of the Gurukula, and as I had told earlier, maybe in my previous presentation I had told, Acharyat Padamadatte Padam Shishya Swamedhaya Padam Sa Brahmacharibhyaha Padam Kalakramena Cha. Anybody learns only 25% from the preceptor or the teacher. Remaining 25% the person learns by himself or herself. Remaining 25% by means of such discussions and conversations with the other fellow students or the classmates, and the remaining 25% as time progresses. So this person who had come out of Gurukula, he was walking in the town of Kashi, looking for such like-minded people with whom he can have such discussions and more learning. When he was walking in the streets of Kashi, one day, suddenly, he felt some warm droplets, water droplets, falling on his head. In general, these brahmacharins, people who come out of the Gurukula, they will have their head completely shaved and they will have only one tuft of hair at the backside. That is called shikha. That is purposefully done that way so as to have more focus on a bindu. In the practical classes, you are going to learn one particular special dharana called Saptabindu Dharana. When I teach you that method, let me tell about this bindu or shikha in detail at that time, not now. Because if I talk about that, then we are digressing from the main matter. So this person was having that tuft of hair at the backside that was called shikha, and otherwise his whole head was shaved. So when his whole head was shaved, he felt some warm water droplets falling on his head. Then suddenly he thought, how come these warm water droplets are falling on my head? And he looked up. When he looked up, he saw that the princess of Kashi was standing on the floor in that particular building. He was moving adjacent to the palace of Kashi's king. And the daughter of the Kashi's king was standing there on the first floor or on the second floor, and she was crying. When she was crying, her warm tears were falling on this fellow's head. Now this young person asked, why you are crying? In general, in Sanskrita, they call everybody as mother. So he called, why mother, why are you crying? Then that princess told, in the whole of Kashi, there are so many scholars, there are so many pandits, there are so many well-educated people. Now these Bauddhas who have misunderstood Gautama Buddha's teaching, they bring up this Shunyavada. They bring out a lot of negativity into the society. And these Bauddhas are purposefully spoiling the Vedic culture. When Veda contains pristine, pure truth within itself, even though there are so many scholars in this Kashi, no one is actually trying to bring up the Vedic culture. Instead, when these Bauddhas are unnecessarily insulting the Vedic rituals. These Bauddhas are unnecessarily bringing confusion with the people, and these Bauddhas are unnecessarily bringing some type of atheism with the theism. These Bauddhas are taking people away from God due to their own misunderstanding of the teachings of the Gautama Buddha himself. Neither they are living as per the principles told by Gautama Buddha, nor they are allowing others to live as per the principles of Veda. If this is the situation, how can this Vedic culture be remaining? Is there nobody in this city who is trying to uplift the Vedic culture? Even though my father is supporting so many Vedic scholars and pandits, still nobody is taking that particular task of bringing up the Vedic culture. I am thinking about the downfall of the Vedic culture, and that is when I am crying that in such a large city or a town where so many scholars are there, I am not finding one scholar who can uplift the Vedic culture. Now this young person told to the princess, my mother, don't worry. As I told you earlier, in Sanskrit language, they call everybody as mother. Every lady as mother as such. Because he was a brahmachari. He told my mother, don't worry, you don't have to cry. I am there. And somehow I will defeat these Bauddhas in their arguments. These people are neither living pure Buddhism nor allowing others to live as per the Vedic teaching. So you don't have to cry. You stop your crying. I am there to bring back the Vedic culture, and I am going to rejuvenate the Vedic culture. That young person's name was Kumarila Bhatta. He was the teacher of Mandana Mishra. The same Mandana Mishra later got defeated by Adi Shankara in the theosophical arguments or the philosophical arguments or the theological arguments. And Mandana Mishra took up sannyasa and became the disciple of Adi Shankara. He was named as Sweshwara, who became the first pontiff to the monastery at Sringeri or hermitage at Sringeri. So, Mandana Mishra's teacher or guru was Kumarila Bhatta. He was the one who assured the princess of Kashi that I am going to take up the task of bringing up the Vedic culture. Now this Kumarila Bhatta thought, I should have an argument with the Bauddhas now, because these people are nonsensically propagating the Shunyavada, as if life is nothing, universe is nothing. And they are taking people away from life as such. And they are also not living as per the teachings of Gautama Buddha. So, how to win over them? The best method is, I should learn more about Buddhism. I should learn more about their own scriptures. And what is wrong in their own scriptures should be uncovered, because they are finding something wrong with the Vedic rituals. They are finding something wrong with the Vedic scriptures, because they have understood life wrongly. Now, if I have to win over them, I should learn their scriptures thoroughly. Then I will be able to understand what is wrong, basically, with their understanding of their scriptures. So, to learn the Bauddha scriptures, he disguised himself as a Bauddha aspirant and he joined with them. When he joined with them, he gradually became one of the aspirants and he gradually learned those scriptures. Then he gradually understood in what way they have misunderstood their own scriptures, the sutras in the Tripitaka, the actual methods of Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism, how it has been grossly misunderstood by them. For that matter, this misunderstanding is there with every faith system, as I told earlier. Even in the Hinduism, there are so many misunderstandings. Hindus themselves are causing such misunderstandings even now. They all think that God is there only in the temple, and if we remain very decent inside the temple, that is enough. Once we come outside the temple, in whatever way we live, God is not going to see. This is such a stupid understanding, gross misunderstanding, which Hindus themselves are having. In the same way, such misunderstandings are there with every faith system, not just the Hindus. I am mentioning Hindus because I am residing in the Hindu country. That's why I am mentioning. I am neither a Hindu, nor a Farsi, nor a Sikh, nor a Buddha, nor a Jaina, nor a Yehudi, nor a Christian, nor a Muslim. I am a human. So as such, this misunderstanding is there with every faith system. Now, Kumarila Bhatta understood in what way they have mistaken Gautama Buddha's teachings. And gradually, he started the philosophical arguments with them. And when he started the philosophical arguments with them openly, publicly, gradually, other people came to know the loopholes in which these people are propagating Buddhism in a wrong way. And one day, when this philosophical argument actually came to a culmination, Kumarila Bhatta brought out all the wisdom that was there in the Upanishads, or the wisdom of the Vedic teaching, and he proved in his argument how life is divine. Life should be lived in a positive way and not in a negative way. Life is not actually sorrow always. So because of this argument, the same Buddhas became angry on Kumarila Bhatta because they were defeated in the philosophical argument. When Shunyavada was discussed as Purnavada, they could not take it anymore. And one day, all these Buddhas forcibly took Kumarila Bhatta and forcibly dragged him to the top of a hill, and they wanted to kill him. They wanted to take revenge on him because they could not do anything else verbally to win the argument over the wisdom of the Vedic teaching. So, they forcibly dragged him on top of a hill and they pushed him down, actually to murder him. When Kumarila Bhatta was toppled down, when he was falling down, he thought one thing in his mind. That one thought was, if God is there, let me be saved. With that one thought, Kumarila Bhatta rolled down from the top of the hill. And all the way, Kumarila Bhatta had only one thought in his mind. If God is there, let me be saved. Because he knew that when he is being toppled down from the hill, he cannot do anything to save himself. Because they had forcibly taken him there and they had pushed him down. Now Kumarila Bhatta came down. Somehow he was not hurt. He was still alive. Even when he was pushed down from the hilltop, he was still alive. His body was intact. Only thing is, he became blind in one eye. Due to some stone or due to something which hit him, he became blind in one eye. Otherwise, he was very much alive. Next day, Kumarila Bhatta went to his guru. He was feeling guilty that he had become blind in one eye, but he was feeling happy that he had won the argument over the Bauddha people's misunderstanding of life. So Kumarila Bhatta asked this spiritual master, I was following the Vedic teachings, I was living as per the Veda, and I fulfilled the promise which I gave to the princess of Kashi. Somehow I conquered over the negative Bauddha philosophy. Even though Gautama Buddha did not tell that way, these people have understood life in that way, and instead of living a dispassionate life, they are actually involved in quarreling and arguing and converting other people into their own faith system, and they are also not living as per Gautama Buddha's teachings. Instead, they are building their own groups of misunderstood people. So they could not win over the arguments of the Vedic teachings. They tried to kill me. I am alive now. But why I became blind in one eye? When I was coming down from the hill, when my body was being rolled down, I was having only one thought, if God is there, let me be saved. So now I am saved, but why I became blind in one eye? Now the spiritual master told, because of you only. You doubted if God is there. What does it mean? Even though you kept on talking about the Vedic teachings, you say that you have been living as per the Vedic teachings. But in such a case, that if God is there, why it should come? Let me be saved. That must be your thought. Instead, you thought, if God is there, let me be saved. That means your saving is again as per your own conditions. Your saving is again doubtful for you yourself. Now, because of that doubt, you had a lack of faith. When you had a lack of faith, partially your body was damaged. If you had a full faith with the Vedic teachings about Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. If you had full faith on these sentences, your body would remain unharmed because God is everywhere. Now you had a lack of faith due to which you had a disconnection with the self. Because you had a disconnection with the self, your body was harmed because of the activities of the Bauddhas. Kumarila Bhatta became much more feeling guilty now. Earlier he had only one guilt of cheating his earlier Bauddha teacher, because he had disguised himself as a serious aspirant to learn Buddhism, but his intention was to win the argument over the misunderstood Bauddhas. He had that guilty feeling one. Later on, he had another guilty feeling now. He had a lack of faith. If God is there, let me be saved. Now, he had a third type of guilty feeling, which is a much larger guilty feeling, that even though I lived as per the Vedic teachings, still I doubted the existence of God. So I should punish myself. So Kumarila Bhatta thought, I should not live anymore with this physical body. I should punish myself. So what he did was, he asked his disciples to cover his body with the husk of the paddy, and he asked them to put fire into it so that his body should burn through that fire which is there in the husk of the paddy. his disciples told, requested, cried, pleaded not to go for this particular punishment of the physical body. But Kumarila Bhatta told, my ego should be shattered. I should be punished for doubting on the existence of God. Me being a great propagator of Veda also, I did not practice the teachings of the Veda to the full extent. So, this physical existence is meaningless for me. Anyhow, you people are there. You have already learnt all these things from me. You can continue propagating the same Vedic teachings. I have fulfilled my promise, which I have given to the princess of Kashi. But my physical body should not exist anymore that way. I want to leave this body in this way by punishing myself, by shattering my own ego. That is when Adi Shankara met Kumarila Bhatta and requested him, don't involve in this act. I have come here to talk to you once again about whether karma is great or whether jnana is great, whether jnana marga is right or the karma marga is right, because basically Veda is divided into two parts. One is called karma marga and jnana marga. Upanishads are basically for jnana marga, and the previous Samhita, Brahmana and Aranyaka are basically for karma marga. Especially Samhita and Brahmana are for karma marga. We can say Aranyaka and Upanishad are for jnana marga. So I have come to you to discuss about karma marga and jnana marga, and you please don't involve in burning your own body. But Kumarila Bhatta was already into that process, and Kumarila Bhatta told, I am so happy that you have come to me to discuss about the Vedic scriptures only, but I have decided to end my physical existence. You can go to my another disciple called Mandana Mishra and you can continue your discussion with him. But I will not be living this particular way. My body has to burn in this particular fire. Why I told this story to you people? This is the story of Kumarila Bhatta, one of the greatest proponents of Vedic culture in this divine land. And because of the sacrifice of Kumarila Bhatta, the Vedic culture was re-established again, and people started studying Vedic scriptures once again. And Adi Shankara continued to propagate whatever Kumarila Bhatta also started. And that way, these great personalities have been blessing this land with their sacred knowledge. As I have been telling you about